Good morning, guys. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Today, we're going to be working on solving absolute value equations. There's a little bit of work today because we have to solve two equations for each single equation. All right, let's look at number one. I have 6m in the absolute value, so the absolute value of 6m equals 42. What we have to do is make two equations out of this. So the 6m comes out of the absolute value, so we're going to have 6m equals 42, just like it's written. But then we're also going to solve 6m equals negative 42. Okay, because you remember, the absolute value of any negative number will always turn positive. So we just solve both of these equations. So I divide by 6 on both sides, and I get a value of m equals 7 here. And I divide by 6 on both sides here, and a negative divided by a positive will give me a negative 7. So the absolute value of 6m equals 42, your answers are going to be positive 7 and negative 7. So we're going to have two answers. Take a look at number 4. I have the absolute value of x divided by 7 equals 3. So I'm going to write my two equations. X divided by 7 equals positive 3, and x divided by 7 equals negative 3. To get the x by itself, the inverse operation of dividing by 7 is multiplying both sides by 7. So I have the 7's cancel. X equals positive 21. And again, I multiply both sides by 7. And I get x equals negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. So our answer here is going to be positive 21 and negative 21. Take a look at number 7. 7 is a little bit different because the 7 is in the outside of the absolute value sign. So we're going to have to do a little work before we write our two equations. So we want to isolate this absolute value sign. So the inverse operation of multiplying by 7, we're going to divide both sides by 7 first. So the 7's cancel, and I'm left with the absolute value of n equals 56 divided by 7 is 8. Now that the absolute value sign is isolated by itself, I can write my two equations. I can write n equals positive 8 and n equals negative 8. Since the variable is by itself, we already have our answers, positive 8 and negative 8. And we'll just do one more example of number 10. The absolute value of m plus 2 equals 11. Again, the absolute value is not isolated on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So we're just going to subtract 2 on both sides. I get the absolute value of m equals 9. And then I write my two. M equals positive 9, m equals negative 9, and then I have my two answers. Positive 9 and negative 9. Okay? I want you guys to finish up to number 16 today. All right? Make sure that if you have not got all of your assignments handed in and you're missing some, to get them done, and you will not receive points off for late work. All right? Have a great week. I'll see you guys on Thursday.